you know, maybe we should be a little bit more concerned about this mysterious blood-red door in front of us. Hey everyone, welcome back to more Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. I'm SlayerMathis, and the last time we did a boss fight that, in total, took me about an hour, but, that's over 2 separate runs. And this time, well, we're returning to the surface to make our reports. Apologies if things sound a little bit different in terms of audio. I am in my dorm room, just because, you know, I have school stuff, so that's all a little bit on the different side. My setup's different because, you know, I'm not in my room. I'm instead in a dorm room. But yeah, that should be good enough. Let's end the investigation and start getting ready to make our report, hopefully. Looks like it's already evening. I'd like to submit a report on that red door before the end of the day. Now that you mention it, the principal isn't in today, is he? Perhaps we should just report to Instructor Sarah for now. Yeah, you're right. I'll tell her about it after we get back to the dorms. Anyway, thanks for coming along. I don't know about you guys, but after that I'm feeling pretty beat. Make sure you get some good rest tonight. Will do. Alright, see you later. And we get Dragon Vision as a reward. Apologies if you heard some other noises. Roommate had to hop back in to check something. Trying to do things while he's not in, just because I don't want to irritate him a little bit. Dragon Vision grants us plus 10 strength, as well as analyzes defeated enemies. So you can save a little bit on your detectors if you use that, but it's not really necessary per se. Moving along, our first person that we want to talk to is George. You know, schoolhouse is just full of surprises, isn't it? First the elevator, now the mechanical red door. Maybe I should go check it out when I finally get some free time. Just not now, though. I'm totally exhausted after all that work. Maybe my brain could use a little jumpstart from that super sweet donut I've got tucked away in the cupboard. Couldn't look any happier if I gave him a million mirror. He must really love sweet things. I don't feel like a cupboard donut is exactly for the best, but to each their own. George Gnome, the sweet fan. We do have Crow as well right outside, but that's unimportant. Not saying Crow's unimportant, it's just we don't really need to talk to him. Our next destination on the ledger is back into the main building, because we actually don't have anyone that we need to talk to for character notes, but rather we need to head all the way to the rooftop, because we've got something else to take care of, and that is there's a pretty little black cat that we can give some milk to. Meow indeed. I'm hoping that my audio isn't too terrible. It's probably my voice is a little bit louder because I think my my mic's a little bit closer than it usually is. Might also be a little bit of feedback. I hope there's no feedback with the game audio. Again, I am working with a different setup right now, just because I'm recording this on the day that episode 70 comes out, and considering this is episode 71, that's not exactly great. Our next stop is the gymnasium, which is the location of one of 2 bonding events that we have for this evening, the other one being with Elliot, while we have Laura's here. But first, we don't actually want to talk to Laura, we want to talk to Friedel. I haven't had a serious duel with someone in quite some time now. Patrick isn't so bad himself. Like, I don't think gonna believe that after the way you've demolished him. Holy hell. Even I don't stand a chance when you go all out. And I guess that what makes you the terror of the fencing club. And that gives us Friedel. I don't actually know. He's club number 1. And now, to just move along, because we want to do Laura's. What's Laura doing here? You know, it looks like she's really concentrating. Did you practicing your cuts here? Can't see any downsides to watching Laura train. Maybe we'll even learn a thing or two. And let's go and learn. Phew. Impressive as always, Laura. Oh, Rean, I didn't see you come in. So I saw you practicing and couldn't help but stand and watch. I don't want to break your concentration with some big greeting either. I'm glad I didn't, because your form was spectacular. It's very kind of you, Rean. But there's no need to lie. You're a skilled enough swordsman to have seen the uncertainty in my every swing just now. Sorry, I guess that was out of line. I understand your desire to protect my feelings, but I still have a way to go. There's nothing more to it. I was hoping that practice would clear my mind, but unfortunately, that was not the case. I'm guessing it has something to do with Fee. Elise told me that as Fee's elder, I shouldn't let my emotions get to me so much. It's a perfectly reasonable expectation, but I find myself failing to do so time after time. I suppose this means I'm more hot-headed than I thought. Laura, listen. I'm not going to pretend to understand exactly what's going on between the two of you. I don't think there's any need to force yourself to be any more of an adult than you are. What? For one thing, we're not adults. We're students, and we're here in part to learn how to be adults. It's like swordsmanship. No matter how hard you train, you can't rush mastery. These things take time, right? That's why I don't think you should try to will yourself into adulthood. Rean. If you ever need to clear your mind, just give me a call. We're both pursuing the way of the sword, so the least I can do is spar with you every once in a while. If you wanted to, we could even go at it right now. That won't be necessary. I'll have to take the time to think things over on my own today. It's perfectly fine. I do appreciate your offer, though. And I'll be sure to take you up on it once I've resolved my current concerns. Got it. You're looking forward to that. Thank you, Rean. Didn't really matter which one of these two we got up, because both of them are at link level 3. The only ones that we have at link level 2 are... who is it? Gaius and Machias, and they're basically there anyways. So I'll probably just use them for the practical exam, and that should probably boost them up to 3, I think. I don't actually remember. We'll figure out how things go. Anyways, that's actually all that we have for the evening. Oh, wait, no, I lied. Almost missed probably the most important thing for the evening, which is talking to the janitor over here. What am I gonna do with this? Is everything okay? Oh, hey there, Rean. To tell you the truth, I found an ink brush on campus this morning. Now I'm trying to figure out whether or not to toss it into the incinerator. It's pretty nice. I need my ink brush. It's a brush, but it doesn't look like it's had any paint on it. And if I take a look? I recognize this. It's most likely an Eastern calligraphy brush. So you've seen one of these things before. I have. Someone close to me had an interest in calligraphy, so it's a familiar sight by now. It's an art that has people putting all their thoughts and emotions into whatever they write. Skilled calligraphers can express those feelings in every stroke of the character they're writing, making their work unique. Well, isn't that something? Well, I'm sure its owner must have left it behind by accident. I wish I could get it back to them, whoever they are. There's only one person I can think of who would have the same interest as he does. I don't even think he's supposed to be on campus today. I wonder who that person who's not supposed to be on campus today is. Take some weight off my own shoulders, I'll tell you that. It's all yours. Let's hope that we have the right person in mind. Can't believe I actually almost forgot about this. It's a very short evening, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, it's a very relaxed, especially for me, after that very frustrating battle that I did like 2 weeks ago. But still. Anyways, Principal Van Dyck, he's here. Well, got you, Principal Van Dyck. I heard you weren't going to be on campus today. Good day, Schwartz. Unfortunately, I'm only here to gather the papers I need for my next meeting. In fact, you caught me right as I was about to leave, but did you have something to ask me? I can certainly spare a minute or two to help a student. Thank you very much. I do have one quick question. If I doesn't have time to report on the old schoolhouse, it's kind of a strange one, too. Guile the janitor gave me this ink brush. It won't have to be yours by any chance, would it? That is it! And I was just lamenting its loss earlier. Thought as much. I'm glad to reunite it with its rightful owner. Thank you ever so much. Would you say you found this again? Well, Gyler gave it to me. He told me you found it near the water fountains this morning. See, that would make sense. It's giving a good cleaning over there just this morning. However, I left it there when someone called for me. By the time I was able to return, it had disappeared. How happy I am to have it back in my possession. Thank you again for spending the time and energy to reunite us, Schwartz. It's no trouble at all. I'm kind of curious about that brush, though. It looks like you've used it for a long time. Oh, so you've noticed. It was a gift from an old friend of mine, you see. In our younger days, we were constantly sparring, both to improve our skills and to motivate one another. He was the one who urged me to take up the art of Eastern calligraphy. I suppose it's been around 10 years since then. It's impressive that we have the same brush for so long now. My apologies, Rean, but I'm afraid I must be going now. Wish I had more time to discuss the finer points of calligraphy with you, but alas. Maybe some other time. I didn't make you late, though. Don't fret. I cannot thank you enough for returning my brush to me. Please take this as a sign of my thanks. Thank you very much. And he takes his leave. I don't know why they couldn't just animate him walking out, but whatever. If his old friend is really who I think it is. Probably shouldn't be loitering in this room. And we complete a Brush with Destiny, a very quick quest that gives us the Holy Sphere, which gives us 800 health and prevents death blows. Death blows are just insta-kills. So you're immune from instantly losing all of your health, but you can still progressively lose all of your health. But yeah, now it's actually it for our time in the evening. So let's get back to the dorm.
Oh, you're headed back to Rean?
Yeah. You all on your way back then?
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit bushed today.
I figured it was about time to return to the dorms, too.
To be honest, I was hoping to get some more studying in, but since everyone else was going back...
Good old peer pressure. Oh, aren't Laura and Fee with you?
I'm afraid not. We looked for them, but they were nowhere to be found.
They're old enough to find their own way back.
I guess you're right, but it's a shame we couldn't all go back together.
Rean?
Huh?
Who is that girl?
Isn't that uniform...
Elise? When did you...
What?
Is that your sister?
The one and only. What are you doing here, Elise? And this late in the day, too.
Look deep in your heart and you'll find your answer.
What?
It's a pleasure to meet all of you. I'm Elise, Rean's sister. I apologize for cutting in, but would it be possible for me to borrow him for a while?
It's been a while, huh? Must be 6 months since I saw you? 7?
Yeah. The last time I saw you was when I came back to Ymir at the end of last year. But I always thought we'd have a chance to meet up after you enrolled here.
I'm sorry. I wanted to meet you out here too. It's just, I've been so busy lately. Besides, it's not easy to get permission to leave St. Astraeus campus, is it?
That's entirely beside the point. Heimdall is just 30 minutes from Trista by train. Add 20 more minutes travel time to get from Central Station to my school. But I suppose you're so tied up that even 50 minutes is too much time to spare for a little visit.
I'm sorry. I really am. I kept being hit with classwork, exams, field studies. But you're right. I probably could have made time if I'd made that a priority. It's just that...
Yes?
Well... It's just that when I saw you last year, you seemed kind of... distant. I thought maybe you'd started to find me a bother, so I figured it'd be best to just stay out of your way, I guess.
I was never distant. Maybe it seemed that way because... well, it's kind of a personal thing. I'd rather not talk about it.
If something's bothering you, you know you can always tell me about it.
It doesn't matter. What does matter is that I've never thought of you as a bother, ever. And I swear on Adios's name that I never will.
Really? I'm happy to hear that. All right then. I'm going to clear up some time to come to the capital and see you. Promise. And you're always welcome to come visit me here, too.
Really? I'm glad to hear it. After growing up together, you're the last person I'd want to feel distant from.
You're right. So, is that what you came all the way out here to talk about? Seems a little overbearing just for that.
Well, our lack of communication has definitely been on my mind. But that's not the main reason I came here today. Do you really not know why I came?
Should I? Oh, that's the last letter I sent to you, isn't it? Oh, did you come for the souvenir I got you on our trip to the Nord Highlands? I found this cute accessory there that I figured you'd like.
You did? Wait, no, that's not why I came either. The issue here is the final part of your letter.
It's possible that after I graduate, I'll join the army. Even if I don't, though, I doubt I'll be coming back home to live. I really want to repay Mom and Dad for all they've done for me, so I'd appreciate your help with that at some point. I'm looking forward to catching up with you. Hope you're doing well. Rean Schwarzer. Ah, that.
What did you mean by, even if I don't, though, I doubt I'll be coming back home to live? Or by wanting to repay Mother and Father? You make it sound as though you intend to sever ties with them. You can't honestly be thinking that you're going to quietly bow out of succeeding Father as head of the family. Are you, Rean?
That's exactly what I'm thinking. I have no intention of becoming the head of the family or the next Baron Schwarzer. What's so surprising about that? I was adopted. I wasn't born into a nobleman's life. The best thing would be for you to marry a good man and have him succeed Dad as Baron.
That doesn't even make sense! You might not be related to us by blood, but you're still Father's only son. And the right of adopted children to succeed their family name is recognized under imperial law.
Yeah, if the adopted child is of noble blood. At least that's how it's gone in most cases, and I'm not.
Oh.
What am I? Some abandoned kid that Dad found buried in a blizzard 12 years ago. I couldn't even remember where I was from, or life before that. Just my name. And when he chose to take me in as his son, Dad became the hot topic of high society. People called him eccentric, crazy. Some of them even accused him of being unfaithful to Mom. One even asked him to his face if he intended to open wide the gates of the nobility to some low-born bastard. At some point, he got tired of dealing with all of it. He started to avoid leaving Ymir, and eventually he stopped showing his face at all among the nobility, except on rare occasions. I've caused a lot of trouble for our family, and I really don't want to cause any more than I already have. I doubt I'll be able to leave the Schwarzer name behind, but at the very least, I want you and Mom and Dad to have the respect you deserve with your peers. After all, you'll be 16 next year, making your debut into high society. I know it might seem extreme to you, but try to understand how I feel. I'll still visit Ymir. It's not like I want to just walk out of your lives altogether. That's not it. I mean, Mom and Dad have always looked out for me, and that's a debt I'll never...
You don't get it.
What?
You don't get it at all. You don't understand how Father feels. You don't understand how Mother feels. And you don't understand how I feel.
Elise?
You're the worst! Why do you always have to be so stubborn? I hate you! I hate you!
Elise?
Well, what are you doing just standing there?
What are you...
Look, I'm sorry we might have overheard you, but that's beside the point right now. Don't just stand there, go after her! She was crying.
I know this isn't a simple problem, but you can't just leave things like they are. She needs you.
Indeed. You have a duty to her as family.
Okay, I will. If you see her around, let her know I'm looking for her.
We will, so get going.
You've got a slap or two coming when you do find her, I'd wager.
It's no use. I can't sense her anywhere. I need to start looking around the entire campus.
So it looks like things aren't really going too well. Next time, I'll be looking for Elise. So until then,